Hey Joey, it's Lindsay. Thanks for reaching out and trusting me with this. I was able to pull up your website and I'm going to give you kind of just some tips and tricks and also just things that Google looks at in order to rank your website. So when I was looking at your website, I looked, let's see, I'm just going to share my screen the whole time. Concrete, and then you're in Akron. All right, so all of this came up right here. Akron, Ohio. All right, so I'll go ahead and kind of explain a few things. This is called a Google Map Pack, and these are the companies that are listed on the Google Map Pack. There's a reason that they're there. They actually got a Google My Business listing, and there's a few different things when you get a Google My Business listing. You go in, you tell Google, they'll send you a code, and you just type in the code, and then you do an enhancement. So you put your name, address, phone number, hours, put pictures, and so what you want to do to be at the top right here is you want to make sure you have, I always just say we just beat out our competition. So you just want to beat out this top one right here. So what you would do is add more pictures than them, add all of the information that Google's looking for, such as the hours and the telephone number and the website and everything like that. And then you can also do Google posts every single day. And that way, whenever you're interacting on your Google My Business listing, Google knows that you're actually a kind of well-respected company. If you're responding to your reviews, if you're doing Google posts and everything like that. So I'll get back to this, but I wanted to explain why those are there. All right, so this is called organic listing. So I went ahead and pulled up your top competition, which is right here, and it looks to me like right up here it says they're now with S&K Asphalt and Concrete. So I went to their website as well just to kind of pull it up and get a few ideas. So looks like those two companies have joined. So let me get back to yours. All right. So the way that Google ranks websites is they look at the content on your page. So there has to be between 1,000, well, like I said again, you just want to beat out your competition. So if this is our top competition right here, we would go through, see, they don't even have, they have more down here. So they have a lot of text, but what you want to do is you need to add more text to it, and you also need to add the keywords that people are searching. And when I say that, I'll show, let me go here. All right, so these are the exact keywords that people are searching. Concrete contractors, there are 80 searches a month for that word. They'll obviously do it. This is nationwide right here. It doesn't have the city on it. So you can see how many searches there are per keyword. So what we would do is we would focus on those keywords and add the content to your page. So that's what you need. You definitely need content, and that content needs to have those keywords in there. So once those keywords are in there, there's just a bunch of different tips. But you highlight the keywords, and then you also use links to go to your service pages as well. I see this is a Wix website, so it's just the drag and drop, which is fun. But if you do want to be at the top of Google, we'll probably have to move this over to either a Weebly or a WordPress site, just because Google tends to like those better. There's just different things that you can do with them, and it's all kinds of technical, H1, H2 headers, and just everything like that. Something that you can't do on Wix, but it's just things that that Google looks at, and they have an algorithm. So, all right. So the content again is what Google looks at. Between 750 and 1,000 words on the home page, and they like to see about 750 words on the back pages. So that's the first thing. The second thing that they look at, this is kind of skewed right here because since your website is a Wix site, they're pulling the advertisements off right here. So I'm not going to explain this just yet. But you can see that they're not ranking your website for any keywords, and so there's no one really getting there. Let me show you your competition. Actually, it's over here. There we go. Let me get back to it. Okay, so this is called trust flow and citation flow. So this is what Google looks at. Basically, these numbers need to be about around 20, and that just shows Google that you're a good, trustworthy site. They get these numbers because of this right here. So referring domains is just basically your website and where it is on the web. So if it's on a very good, trustworthy site, it basically tells Google, hey, this is a good, trustworthy company because it's on all of these sites right here. So when you have good sites, it will give you good trust flow and citation flow. So that's just something that we do. We actually go to your top competition in the different areas. You can focus on that Akron, I think that's how you say it. And then I know you're close to Cleveland, Ohio. Just didn't know if you went that far. So just something that you can add service pages to your website as well. So when people search in concrete, Cleveland, Ohio, anything like that, your page would come up as well. So you can see they have 105 keywords that I showed you earlier, and they get about 40 clicks on their website a month. So their traffic value is about 77. So if you focused on your keywords on your website, there's no doubt that you could get some of these clicks as well. And of course, if you're at the top, you would get most of the clicks. All right, so I explained to you that Google looks at content, and they also look at your backlinks in order to, we beat out HomeAdvisor all the time. So if you added those backlinks to your website and you added all those keywords, you would be right here before HomeAdvisor. That's typically where we are. So these are citations, so they look at citations as well. That's basically your name, address, and your phone number and where they are on the web. And I explained this kind of at the beginning of the video, how to enhance your Google My Business listing. They're also different if you, let me get down here. So these are called Google Ads. This is just pay per click. So these companies actually did a radius of where they would be willing to go. And this is just basically if you want your phone to start ringing tomorrow. A lot of the times the ads will be up at the top, but they're not for some reason. So they're down here at the bottom, but they're willing to pay every time somebody clicks into their website. And you can set like a specific rate of how much you want to spend per day. So that's just a different option that you have. So I hope this helped. I know that's throwing a lot at you, but Google basically has just a huge algorithm in how they rank their websites. So if you want to be ranked up there at the top of your website, you have to have all those things that are mentioned in the video. So I hope that helps a little bit. If you have any other questions for me, or if you want to implement anything that I talked to on this video, I work with Parker Marketing Solutions, and I would be more than willing to help you. Just give me a call and my name and phone number, or actually you can just reach out to me on Facebook. Hope you're having a good night.